Hey everybody, welcome to What the Flick. Homeland, season 6, episode 10, The Flag House. Ben, Michelle, Alonso. I love when all the pieces start moving together on the board. We know what Dar's up to. We know what Peter's new, agenda is, I think, and obviously Carrie sees the writing on the wall of Dar's involvement with what's been going on with Franny. The new president is pissed. Like it's just this was good stuff.
Yeah, they had a couple of moments of TV dumbness. Like, why isn't Carrie can't answer her phone when she's with the drug dealing hooker? Like, just answer your phone, man. It's like you have it with you. You used it as a flashlight. Just answer it. It's not you always answer your phone.
Good point. I did like seeing Saul's go bag though.
Oh right.
Yeah, right.
That was pretty exciting.
And it was great to see Mira.
Yes.
And talking some sense, because you were like the whole time like, why are you not gonna, you're Saul, you're gonna run.
You're not gonna run. Yeah, exactly. I totally felt that way.
And also his argument didn't make any sense because he'll probably cut a deal, stay out of prison, right?
Yeah.
But he says he'll be disgraced, as he will be if he runs.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the upside to running was, but it was still an exciting scene and dragging, and I love that spy stuff. So
Did you notice that the woman who walked out of the building and got into the Range Rover was wearing the same outfit as Mira?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, nice touch, Homeland.
And there were two Range Rovers.
Switched them
out. There was a Range Rover in front of a Range Rover too. They had.
I missed that.
Yeah, they had a whole. They were ready for it. And just the scene with at the diamond dealer, like and the little code he has if whatever Itzhak is not here.
Oh right,
the extra diamonds. So that was good stuff.
I thought we had that discussion about whether Dar was really controlling the little girl or whether it was just calling in the tip, and we found out this episode he was controlling her.
Totally,
Definitely
yeah. Like the show I think was kind of playing that more cash, but no, he's deeply involved, obviously.
Well, they were kind of playing a bunch of it, and then once you see him there at that propaganda factory,
right?
Man, you just realize how deep that goes, and all the military guys with the van. It's like this is an inside government conspiracy.
I didn't really like Dar Adal walking around publicly at the place.
Well,
I know it's not public. That place.
Yeah, I was going to say none of them would know who he was, and none of them are supposed to have phones.
Yeah. Right, none of them has phones. They're not supposed to. I'm not sure they wouldn't know who he was, but maybe I guess they're just tech geeks, right? And
Max is in trouble.
Max is clearly in trouble. Max is in serious trouble, but he sent the video out, so and again, people now know. I mean, there's no more Three's Company moments. I mean, even Carrie knows. Carrie knows Dar is manipulating her daughter.
Right.
I don't think the person is in on it. I think because again, she has kind eyes. So I think that ultimately the woman from the Department of Social Family Services is gonna, I think she legitimately thinks she got a call, said Franny was sick, so she canceled it. Like and she's
like it's a
so she's still being manipulated.
She's being manipulated. And she legitimately, because she called Dar and said, "Hey, thanks for letting us know that kid is in real trouble. It was good that we got her out. It was definitely the right thing to do. The mom was sleeping with a loaded gun, next to the kid." So
that was in code. That was like a real code. Yeah.
But Carrie knows that. The president knows that. The president knows that Dar manipulated her. Saul, We're at a moment now where the president-elect yelled at Carrie. That's gone. The president doesn't trust Saul. We're set. There's no big surprises coming.
Sure, we know where the rest of the season is going to go. Although
Carrie knows Peter's not crazy.
Right. Yeah. When the president shows up at Carrie's house and then Carrie leaves for the meeting, I was thinking, so the Secret Service is going to lock up then?
So we said the same
Make sure
thing.
the iron's off.
I guess it's okay. You can leave the president in your house. Yeah.
That's a hell of a power move.
That's true. Yeah. That is a
great line of Carrie's though of like, you show up here with an armed detail. You're gonna pretend you're not trying to intimidate me too.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I guess this is Peter's former safe house is now it's across the street from another safe house.
No, he's in an abandoned house. The other house is abandoned. There was a tented house. I think he's in.
He drove past that house that was all
okay. So he's spying on the safe house from the abandoned house.
From the abandoned house.
So, but then which house has the van in it?
It's the safe house.
The safe house. Okay, that's what. I got confused as to which
he was
house
in the safe house and just ducked into the garage or whatever,
and then
snuck out.
But that's what seems so damning is that those vans are specifically in that safe house. If you were wondering if it was that rogue guy who isn't a rogue guy, who we now know is a part of those operatives from Dar, then you know also that The chances they planted that bomb in the van are extremely.
They definitely
They
planted.
did.
We could tell by Sekou's. We know Sekou didn't.
Oh, I know. I knew that the whole time.
I mean, the way but I mean, he was like, "What's that noise?"
We were debating before, though, whether we thought Dar knew or Dar didn't.
Whether-
And I think now.
Right. Yeah. Well, there
seems
was
like
a lot of. Now we were debating also whether we thought Dar knew about the Alex Jones thing, and like I say, it turns out he's involved in all of it.
Yeah,
everything.
I was wrong about Dar. No question. Wrong about Dar.
What about that video? The video of the president's son. That's such a messy situation. I feel so bad for her.
Well, yes, terrible.
It's swift boating,
Right. It's right. It's Jeremy Corbyn, right? That's his name. That's the guy who wrote Swift Boat.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But what the only option for redemption is what Max happening to get. I mean, like what options are there to get this one person who has the real footage who's.
Well, I mean, you know, there was that one guy.
Yeah, we're gonna get that.
The
That guy.
the unwilling.
The flipper.
The guy's gonna. One of them will flip.
Yeah.
One of them will flip.
But again, you know, the truth is putting its pants on while the lie makes its way around the world.
Right.
So,
That's what swift boating. I mean,
Yeah,
that's why it
people will
worked.
have made up their mind no matter what.
I mean, you're right. That was, we don't need to go too far back for massive misrepresentation and manipulation of the facts that kept, a pretty decent guy from being president. Yeah, he was kind of a dork, and he shouldn't have gone hunting in a hunting suit. But I think it's a little weird that you go to the trouble, you pay the mortgage on a CIA safe house, you keep it secret, and then you continue to have 1, 2, 3, 4 pound be the security code. No matter how many generations of guys come in and out,
That is a really good point.
And you didn't bother to paint over the van that you used with the logo on it that matches the one that had the bomb in it,
Yeah, right.
I did. When that happened,
Earl
I
Scheib,
was like
$35
really
bucks,
confused for a minute because I was like, how would he?
Well, presumably they'll
was a
paint the
fleet of
van
them.
before taking it anywhere else. Like maybe they just haven't gotten around to it. They don't need the van. Yeah.
Put some tarps down in the garage.
Yeah, that was all good. And seeing Peter back, at the diner and recognizing the woman from
Waitress,
there,
yeah.
the waitress, and coming back, sort of recapturing some of his old life. And yeah, it was good. I mean, I guess he was planning to shoot, but he called Carrie first. But I just like the idea of Peter using a rifle with a scope as his telescope.
Exactly.
Look through this.
I had it lying around.
Yeah.
And I love the Dar president-elect scene.
Yeah.
That was just like so chilling.
She's a great president character.
I like, Elizabeth Marvel, she's dynamite.
So, did they write this scene before Trump won or after? Did they write this season? What are your thoughts on
I think they wrote the
I
season.
think they wrote the season before.
Yeah.
They probably finished shooting this thing before Trump got elected. I bet.
But then how interesting is it that it's the CIA and these other governmental
the president
bodies
versus the
manipulating
intelligence community,
Exactly.
yeah.
It's so similar to what we're seeing.
Now, could they
Maybe
have?
it happens both
could they have
ways.
gone back and reshot a scene to insert some of this idea of fake news and it's possible that they could have retract some dialogue to
Maybe, yeah,
put that
they
in.
might
could
have. But the broad strokes
The
of
whole
this season were
storyline,
there,
Yeah.
Yeah, if they had the Alex Jones, unless they added that Alex Jones, the entire
Alex Jones not
propaganda
capable
thing.
of running a propaganda operation. I don't think
Not the real-
that guy's Alex Jones.
It's
with
Roger Stone, right?
Right. It's like
It
it's
is.
a little Roger Stone and Alex Jones and Steve Bannon and all of them. Yeah.
Yeah. But I just thought that was interesting that this was written thinking someone else was going to be president, and yet
And it still fits so well, yeah.
Like it really makes you question that whole deep state,
Well, I mean,
what they expect
look, the FBI obviously was no great fan of Hillary Clinton, or Comey wouldn't have, dropped that non-bombshell about the emails 2 weeks before the election or whatever. So, I think some things are eternal no matter what.
So power struggles are power struggles amongst these
Yeah.
groups
I
of.
think it was 11 days before the election. I was having a conversation with Cenk last week, and he was saying, I was saying that I think if Trump survived a year, that would mean probably through the midterms at least, that if something happened, we're just all guessing. And Cenk goes like, well, no, Comey won't take, and I'm like, oh, you're the guy who has James Comey figured out. I don't think any of us quite have a sense of what motivates
What he'll
that guy,
do, what he'll say.
what he'll do, when he'll say it. Yeah, I don't.
Every time I come in, though, I expect to see a board that's just like Trump and dates with people's.
we have Yarn Board finally this season.
and to have Saul.
Yes.
Because you didn't
They were
100%
on that
know
for so long.
whether Saul would be like, oh my God, but he wasn't. He was like,
Carrie.
Yeah, exactly. She's back. He's like, and she's figured it out.
Yep.
Like she's got it. She knows what's happening here. She's not taking a pass on this.
So yeah, so 2 episodes left. Often with these shows, the next to last episode is where the major shit goes down. So you won't want to miss that.
And I think
we're starting with a gun episode.
And don't we have? I think we're this next season's it for Homeland, right? Has that been?
I think so. I think this and the Americans both sort of announced a stop on this.
I think maybe we're wrong. Anyway, but good stuff.